Hey everyone, did you know that some of your favorite celebrities don't actually go by their real names? Stick around because in this video, we're diving deep into the real names behind the biggest icons. Let's get started. Did you know Angelina Jolie was born Angelina Jolie Voigt? She dropped her famous father's last name and carved out her own legendary path in Hollywood. Comedy genius Jim Carrey, whose real name is James Eugene Carrey, turned his quirky energy into a global phenomenon, no mask required. Tom Hanks, born Thomas Jeffrey Hanks, may be America's favorite everyman, but his real name sounds like he could have been a founding father. Action star Tom Cruise was actually born Thomas Cruise Mapotherfor, a name that sounds more like royalty than a daredevil secret agent. Nicolas Cage, whose real name is Nicholas Kim Coppola, changed his name to escape the shadow of his famous family, and ended up becoming a legend in his own right. Taylor Swift, born Taylor Allison Swift, didn't need a stage name. Her real name was already perfect for a global pop icon. Before the legend of Chuck Norris kicked its way into pop culture, he was known as Carlos Ray Norris, a name as tough as his roundhouse kicks. Danny DeVito may be a household name in comedy, but it all began with Daniel Michael DeVito Jr., the name of a true Hollywood original. Justin Timberlake was born Justin Randall Timberlake, and from boy band stardom to solo sensation, he's always kept it real. Pop princess Britney Spears goes by her real name, Britney Jean Spears, sweet southern charm included. Jackie Chan, the martial arts legend, was born Chan Kong Sang, proving that heroes don't need capes, just world-class stunts. America's sweetheart Julia Roberts was born Julia Fiona Roberts, a name that sounds as graceful as her iconic smile. The Rock may be larger than life, but Dwayne Johnson has always been Dwayne Douglas Johnson, wrestler, actor, and all-around powerhouse. Lady Gaga, born Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta, turned her theatrical flair and powerful vocals into a global movement. Mother Monster was always destined to shine. From the Bronx to Hollywood, Jennifer Lopez kept her real name, Jennifer Lynn Lopez, proving you don't need a stage name when you've got J. Low-level talent. Johnny Depp, born John Christopher Depp II, transformed his name into a brand of mystery, magic, and unforgettable movie roles. Bill Cosby, whose real name is William Henry Cosby Jr., once ruled TV screens with his iconic humor before controversy overshadowed his legacy. Sandra Bullock, born Sandra Annette Bullock, has always kept it simple, just like her charm, grit, and down-to-earth stardom. Born Destiny Hope Cyrus, Miley Cyrus reinvented herself from a Disney darling to a rebellious rock star. Destiny fulfilled, indeed. Samuel L. Jackson, real name Samuel Leroy Jackson, made that middle initial iconic with a voice and presence that command every screen. Tech titan Mark Zuckerberg, born Mark Elliott Zuckerberg, built Facebook from a college dorm room, proving sometimes the real name behind the screen really does change the world. Natalie Portman was born Natalie Hirschlag, but her talent and grace made the world remember her as a true star under any name. Before he was dancing through Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta was simply John Joseph Travolta, Hollywood charisma in every syllable. Kate Winslet, born Kate Elizabeth Winslet, didn't need a name change to become a cinematic treasure. She's been unforgettable since Titanic. Born Abigail Winfrey, yes, Orpah, Oprah turned a mispronounced name into one of the most powerful brands in media history. Liam Neeson, whose real name is William John Neeson, shortened it, but kept the intensity that makes his particular set of skills so legendary. Mark Wahlberg, born Mark Robert Michael Wahlberg, went from hip-hop to Hollywood with the same name and a lot more muscle. Russell Crowe was born Russell Ira Crowe, a name as strong as his screen presence from Gladiator to A Beautiful Mind. Celine Dion, whose full name is Klein Marie Claudette Dion, has a voice as grand as her name, name and a legacy that hits all the high notes. Al Pacino, born Alfredo James Pacino, brought intensity to the screen that made his name and his stare utterly unforgettable. Ben Affleck, whose real name is Benjamin Giza Affleck, went from indie darling to Batman, all while keeping the most formal-sounding name in Hollywood. Hugh Jackman, born Hugh Michael Jackman, is the triple threat Aussie who made Wolverine classy without ever changing his name. Tech mogul Bill Gates started life as William Henry Gates III, a name fit for a dynasty, and he built one in Silicon. Captain America himself, Chris Evans, was born Christopher Robert Evans, and his real name is just as heroic as his shield. Before she was Katy Perry, she was Catherine Elizabeth Hudson, a name she set aside to avoid confusion with another Hudson and step fully into pop superstardom. Daniel Radcliffe, born Daniel Jacob Radcliffe, didn't need magic to make his name famous, just one unforgettable role and pure talent. Tim Allen, whose real name is Timothy Allen Dick, turned his real-life name into a joke once or twice, but he still became a comedy king of the 90s. Emma Watson, born Emma Charlotte Dwyer Watson, cast a spell on the world as Hermione and never needed a stage name to do it. Before the action and the controversy, Mel Gibson was Mel Columcille Gerard Gibson, a name as dramatic as his career. Sir Elton John was born Reginald Kenneth Dwight, but he traded it for a name that would light up stages and hearts for decades. Jennifer Aniston, born Jennifer Joanna Aniston, became a friend to millions without ever changing her name or her iconic haircut. Music legend Stevie Wonder started life as Stevland Hardaway Morris, a name as soulful and unique as his timeless voice. Prince Harry may go by a nickname, but he was born Henry Charles Albert David, a royal name that fits a modern-day rebel. Keanu Reeves, born Keanu Charles Reeves, kept his Hawaiian name and made it synonymous with mystery, action, and zen coolness. Alec Baldwin, whose full name is Alexander Ray Baldwin III, has a name that sounds like American royalty and a voice that's unmistakably his. Vin Diesel, born Mark Sinclair, swapped his real name for a fuel-injected persona that fit right into the fast and furious lane. Comedic legend Adam Sandler didn't need a stage name. Adam Richard Sandler was always ready to make the world laugh. Robert De Niro, born Robert Anthony De Niro, kept his name and made it synonymous with acting greatness and intimidating stares. Eminem, whose real name is Marshall Bruce Mathers II, used his real-life struggles to create a rap legacy that's raw, real, and relentless. Bianca, born Bianca Giselle Knowles Carter, turned her real name into a global brand. No stage name needed when you're Queen Bey. Late-night host Jimmy Fallon, born James Thomas Fallon, proves that being funny is even better when your real name rolls off the tongue. Brad Pitt, whose full name is William Bradley Pitt, dropped the first name and kept the charm, becoming Hollywood royalty in the process. Eddie Murphy, born Edward Regan Murphy, kept the laughs coming under his real name and became one of comedy's most iconic faces. Robert Downey Jr., born Robert John Downey Jr., turned his own name into a billion-dollar brand, one Iron Man suit at a time. Jimmy Kimmel, whose real name is James Christian Kimmel, traded formality for fun and became late night's clever class clown. Clint Eastwood, born Clinton Eastwood Jr., kept his name and rode it straight into Hollywood legend status with a squint and a scowl. Before she was Whoopi, she was Karen Elaine Johnson, proof that even a name change can't hide that one-of-a-kind charisma. Denzel Washington, born Denzel Hayes Washington Jr., didn't need a stage name. His real one already sounded like a cinematic force. Mike Tyson, originally Michael Gerard Tyson, punched his way into history, turning the that formal name into a fearsome legend. Rihanna, born Robin Rihanna Fenty, turned her middle name into a global empire. Music, makeup, fashion, and pure fierceness. Will Ferrell, whose real name is John William Farrell, took comedy to new heights with a name as unassuming as his wildest characters. Kanye West, born Kanye Omari West, didn't just keep his real name, he turned it into a cultural movement with a soundtrack. Chris Rock, whose full name is Christopher Julius Rock, kept it real and hilarious from Brooklyn streets to comedy royalty. Sylvester Stallone, born Michael Sylvester Gardenzio Stallone, brought his full name's punch to the ring and the silver screen as Rocky. Jerry Seinfeld, or Jerome Allen Seinfeld on paper, proved that even the smallest observations can make a name legendary. Pop icon Justin Bieber, born Justin Drew Bieber, stayed true to his name while turning teen stardom into global fame. Ellen DeGeneres, whose full name is Ellen Lee DeGeneres, became a household name, one kind laugh at a time. Morgan Freeman, born Morgan Porterfield Freeman Jr., has a voice and a name that sounds like storytelling royalty. Bruno Mars was born Peter Jean Hernandez, but he blasted off with a name that sounded like a star and became one. Elon Musk, born Elon Reeve Musk, didn't need a flashy alias, just rockets, robots, and a vision to change the world. Cameron Diaz, whose full name is Cameron Michelle Diaz, brought California sunshine to Hollywood with just her natural name and charm. Arnold Schwarzenegger, born Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger, proved that even a long name can pack a powerful punch in both movies and politics. Matt Damon, or Matthew Page Damon on paper, kept things short and sweet, just like his rise from Harvard dropout to Hollywood A-lister. Barack Obama, born Barack Hussein Obama II, carried a name that became synonymous with hope, history, and yes, we can. Adele, whose full name is Adele Laurie Blue Adkins, dropped the extras and made her first name a global anthem of soul and heartbreak. Leonardo DiCaprio, born Leonardo Wilhelm DiCaprio, turned his museum-worthy name into box office gold and Oscar glory. Selena Gomez, or Selena Marie Gomez, kept it real and wildly successful from Disney beginnings to pop superstardom. Kim Kardashian, born Kimberly Noel Kardashian, transformed her real name into a global brand that's all about fame, fashion, and reality TV. Reese Witherspoon, whose full name is Laura Jean Reese Witherspoon, chose to shine under her middle name and became a Hollywood powerhouse. Will Smith, born Willard Carroll Smith II, turned his full name into the Fresh Prince of hip-hop and blockbuster movies. Drew Barrymore, or Drew Blythe Barrymore on paper, carried her iconic family name while making her own mark from child star to producer. Dolly Parton, born Dolly Rebecca Parton, didn't change a thing. Her real name shines as bright as her legendary country music career. And there you have it, the surprising real names behind some of the biggest celebrities in the world. Which one shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.